Hi, my name is Yossi Pekarski with Unomy. Welcome to the Unomy demo session. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily find relevant leads and close deals faster with Unomy. But before we jump into this, I just want to emphasize that this is not for everybody. We have some pretty advanced stuff that's used by salespeople worldwide at the largest and smallest organizations. So if your sales team is not fully put together yet and have your process set up yet, this may not be for you. Here it is. Let me show you how this works. There are many scenarios for using Unomy. In the interest of time, I'm going to show you two, maybe three of the most prevalent ones that can be useful for you from day one. So scenario that we'll talk about right now is, say you're a salesperson and you're smart. All right, you're a hunter. You want to go on the internet and look for new leads. You don't want to wait for them to come to you. So let's say you want to look at index sites or VCs, that might have lists of companies that could be good prospects. So let's say, I don't know, you're smart. You go to a venture capital like Redpoint, I don't know, one of the biggest VCs in the Valley. You click on their company list, and boom, you have a gold mine here of hundreds of companies that could be prospects for you, could be good for your product. You know already that they're pre-qualified as far as funding. They just got funded. Great, but here's the problem. How are you going to prioritize all these leads? How are you going to find the decision makers? It's a nightmare that will take hours, and there's really no one solution out there that solves that problem until Unomy came around. What we do is, with the new way of doing it, is you just do one click on the links button on our Chrome extension, and boom, Unomy pulls all the URLs from that page. It enriches it with the Unomy data, and now we have a workable list of 130 companies that we can now filter by many different criteria. We can go by the people. We can have detailed filtering by department. So if we want to go after a specific department, such as IT, engineering or operations or sales, whatever it is your company targets, we can filter by that. We can also filter by finance, by funding, by estimated revenue, latest round, funding rounds, stock symbols, investors, etc. You could even filter by social ranking, by website Alexa ranking, and you could even find similar companies. So wow. Now, once you have all of this, let's zoom in and see what one of these companies looks like. Say, I don't know, one of the enterprise, the big ones. If you want to go after the big fish, say, I don't know, Netflix. All right, so we're zooming in now to a full profile. Here we have the about information, the industry, when it was founded, the company size, contact details, all in one place. We have all of the contact details here. We could even get specific by management level, so we get decision makers by job description. We could even say, give me the ones that were last updated as recently as 6, 12, or 18 months. And then we go ahead, we can click into any profile, make sure email and phone number are present, and boom, we have a direct phone number, direct email, social profile, background, and you can see last updated date was very recently. So, and you can call this person and start closing a deal. But then, of course, we still have more information while you're calling this prospect. You instantly have the company's Twitter feed here for a conversation starter, the Facebook feed, full social profile. We have full detailed financial information over here. We have even a list of similar companies below. It's pretty cool, right? Okay, so now we're going to move on to another scenario. Say you're a salesperson and you're not much of the hunter type. You're more of a gatherer. You want to sit back and dig into our massive database of millions of contacts and tens of millions of leads. So you'll click here on Search New Leads. All right, and now you have a wealth of information, so many industries that you can get really specific, over 1,000 categories, but in the sake of time, let's just do all technology companies. But that's not enough. We want to make sure it's relevant. So they're in the United States, and say state, I don't know, California. All right, headquarters. Now, that's not enough. Now, we want to make sure the company has at least 50 employees so that they're not too small, but also not too big, so that the sales cycle will be too long. But that's not enough. We want, deep-pocketed, ready to spend, so we want to make sure they have at least $1 million or even $5 million in funding. But still, we want to make sure they got that recently, so they're ready to spend money on your product today. So let's say, I don't know, 12 months within 12 months that they got their last funding, and boom, we have a list of 225 companies. We're going to view them right now. Now you can filter by finance, look for the ones that got the most recent funding. You see this company here just got recent funding, and now you can look for the right decision makers in the right departments, filter it out, and go ahead and unlock their details, and go ahead and start closing some deals. So let's zoom in here again, and we'll see that you can go ahead and unlock the information. You have a direct phone number, you've got direct email, full social profile, and you're ready to start calling this person and start doing some business. Okay, so maybe in the interest of time, I'll show you one more scenario. This is actually one that is really, really liked by many of our customers today. This is, say you're going to a conference. It's before the conference, during, or even after the conference, and you have a list of leads that are going to attend or attended the conference. And it may look like this. This is a very familiar scenario. The problem is, how are you going to find all these companies' profiles and intelligence about them, and prioritize them and find the correct decision makers? It's a nightmare, just like with the previous example. But that's the old way. The new way is you just copy, paste into Unomy, and boom, it pulls all the URLs. Again, it layers on the Unomy data. Now you can save it to a list, say, I don't know, conference leads. Right, you can save it. You just went from a list that looks like this to a list that looks like this, that you can now, again, prioritize according to finance, funding, and go straight to the decision makers, unlock them, and start calling them and closing some deals. Pretty cool, right? So here's another scenario for using Unomy. Actually, this is a very, very common situation. You know, salesperson's online. He comes across a website, and he wants to see if it's a good prospect. So with Unomy, you just do one little click of our Chrome extension. All the detailed information, including you could even go straight to the people and find the decision makers at this company by management level, by job description. View them, see their direct phone number, email, and boom, start calling them right there and then without even leaving the page. You could even look for similar companies to this company's webpage you're looking at. You could even scroll through that list and maybe make some notes for yourself or your team for later. Thank you for listening. Again, this is Yossi Pekarski here with Unomy. Take care.